Welcome everybody! Welcome back actually I should say. You're watching TTBurger Game Reviews here on YouTube and I am your host Tony. We are back with more reviews here as we inch closer to that 300th episode 291, and today we're going to get part 1 of that episode. And today we're going to talk a little bit about golf games. And golf season is upon us. And those of you who grew up as kids and everything, played golf in your lifetime growing up or so, or went to the putting green, or went to miniature golfing, go to the driving range, or did all 18 holes or 9 holes that for fun, stuff that, or competed in some of those like junior championships or so that they had at local country clubs or so. And today for this episode we're mainly going to talk about the first Sony first-party golf franchise here. Sure, they had games like Tecmo World Golf Japan or like Tiger Woods PGA Tour or so like that and so on. But today we're going to talk about the first-party franchise exclusive with the Sony consoles, Hot Shots Golf, also known as Minna no Golf in Japan and Everybody's Golf in Europe. Now, I have talked about golf games before. I talked about Outlaw Golf 2 for the PlayStation 2, but that was a part of the Outlaw franchise. It wasn't a golf franchise. That was mainly like a humorous sport franchise. But I never talked about golf games to this extreme here. For this episode, we have games that are broken up into 12 games here, but this franchise is not going to be looking at all 12 games, looking at the main one to start that for the PlayStation stuff. Part 1, we're looking at Hot Shots Golf. Then Part 2, Hot Shots Golf 2. Part 3, Hot Shots Golf 3. Part 4, Hot Shots Golf 4, spelled F-O-R-E. And Part 5, this isn't a golf game, but it's a spin-off. We're going to look at some tennis here with Hot Shot Tennis. Then for Part 6, Hot Shots Golf Out of Bounds for PlayStation 3. Also, Hot Shots Golf World Invitational review for Part 7. And finally for the PS4, wrapping things up in Part 8 with Everybody's Golf. We got a lot to talk about here. Get started here with Hot Shots Golf, PlayStation exclusive here, also from a PlayStation 4, as like a digital download and stuff, by Camelot Studios, who were known for making Mario Golf as well. This game was inspiration to Mario Golf here. It's all published by Sony Entertainment America. This game was released in Japan on July 17, 1997, then a year later in North America on April 30th, and then a couple months later in Europe on June 12th the same year. Hot Shots Golf, classic 3D golfing for the PlayStation. Those of you who grew up with Nintendo 64 may not know actually this was inspiration from Mario Golf, same developer too. So, what is there to say about Hot Shots Golf? Well, it is a simple game of golf with a number of modes to choose from. You got your modes ranging from stroke, tournament, match, mini golf, training, and more, with a number of fictional golfers to choose from. How did this game fare? Sure, we had other golf games on PlayStation Edition like I mentioned earlier, but what is the answer to the question? Well, Hot Shots Golf offers fun factor and it's easy to pick up and play, and very easy to get used to, like no problem. But the original Hot Shots Golf has not aged all that well. While it is still enjoyable and should not be overlooked for a golf game on the PlayStation, just be warned here, due to the first in the franchise you'll see problems and will understand why it has not aged all that well. But let's continue. In the beginning, we choose a mode of play, we pick a golfer, there are only 2 available for the start, you have to unlock the others by beating them in the Versus mode, and around 1918, and you win, they are yours. There's also a level up element where you get enough points, you get a new course to play in, and a new mystery mode after leveling up 5 times. That is the mystery you guys to find out, which I'll talk a little about later on. But now we get into the game here, the base itself. The graphics look okay. They take advantage of the PlayStation's hardware, they do a decent job with the graphics, the character models look good and animate well, but what is up with those big heads and those freaky looking faces? They look like dolls in a haunted house, like they're haunted golfers. The animation on the golfers look good, the way they swing the club and hit the ball, and it looks good, but they all look the same when they swing the club and everything. The courses look good for a PlayStation game, there are 5 of them and they're all different in variety. Like the way they may look similar to one another, but that's not a bad thing. We have some weather effects too, like rain and wind, and the frame rate is smooth at 30 frames per second. The graphics are all done in-game, no pre-rendered cutscenes here, but that is the charm of it all. The sound, though, is the worst part of Hot Shots Golf. I love the music. It is relaxing, calming, like golf and lounge music, but there is no voice setting except for the caddy to say, nice shot, nice on, or nice in, or nice approach. One minor note, you can choose which caddy you want, either male or female. But the golfers, like I mentioned, have no lines of dialogue at all. They have no personality whatsoever, no grunts or chuckles or anything. You have no idea who these characters are and they lack personality. There's no like screaming or you suck or anything like that. Also, for some weird reason, when you start the game, if you don't have a save file, the default setting for the music is off, which is something I never saw before. The music is enjoyable and I love it, especially the first level theme, but still, no voice acting or grunts or anything from the characters, like they're all mute and stuff like that, gives them no personality, no differences between their personalities whatsoever. Now the gameplay is simple, fun golf. You pick a golfer, pick a mode at the end of the game. Like I mentioned, you'll be spending a lot of time in the versus mode to unlock characters, of course, along with the tournament mode to get your best score to increase your level to unlock more stuff. But do not just stick with those modes, because there are more here. You got miniature golf, so a relaxing game of mini golf. For the people who do not like miniature golf will not like this mode, but most people will in my opinion, but still you're probably going to spend more time with the other mode. Along with stroke play, you can beat your high score and level up to get some cool stuff unlocked. Match play, which you play by the rules of golf, where whoever you face off with another person, whoever wins the hole gets the points, whoever wins most points wins. And then there's the mystery mode that can be unlocked by the Legacy Golfer, which I'll explain a little later on, and later we have a training mode that shows you how to play. The controls are simple pick up and play. The X button hits the ball, and when you hit the ball, you have this shot meter that determines how far the golf ball goes when you hit it. If you get it all the way to the top, and then hit it back at the right spot, you will get a nice shot, and your ball will go far. You fill the shot meter and end it at the beginning, and it's really cool to get a nice shot. This is the trickiest one to play. You need to be sure you hit the buttons at the right time, or else you will mess up. The shot, you need to be sure you hit the buttons at the right time, or else you mess up the shot, and you will lose if you're not good. On top of that, there is a 1 second delay when you hit the button. And, you know, yeah, it makes things a little bit challenging, but it makes things frustrating at the same time because one screw up will mess up the entire hole for you. Especially in the versus mode, when you're playing against a computer character you'll need to unlock. If you're not good, they will whoop your ass before you end the first few holes. Like real golf, it's all practice makes perfect. I will admit, I do suck at this game, and there are times where I reset the game and start it over because my score was low and stuff. But you know, I tried my best in the end. And even if you do suck, you can still be annoyed with the quirky problems. I know it's my fault that I'm doing bad, but still some of these quirks can be a problem in the video game. Same with putting. Be very careful with the wind and surface because, you know, when you putt, because it'll make the ball go away from the hole or something like that, or angle it down or so. You can be so close to getting the ball in the hole and you can just miss it by this much, and it is annoying, and you'll get a par or a bogey instead of a eagle or a birdie or hole-in-one. Now, like I mentioned, I do not hate Hot Shots Golf. I love this game. It just does not age all that well from the other ones. Sure, it is the first in the franchise and improvements were to be made. People say go easy and stuff, and I am going a little easy on it. But still, because of this, it can expose the problems with it. Like I mentioned, you have a bunch of modes to play: stroke, match, play, mini golf, tournament, burst, training, and more. All of them, for the most part, are fun. You'll have a good time with them. The Forger stage games, mainly from like the stroke play and the match play and all that stuff and everything. And yeah, especially leveling up and unlocking new courses and more, and leveling up level 5 will unlock the mystery mode called 5-round tournament. That takes place in all 5 of the courses back to back, which is the ultimate mode, and this is the toughest mode. And there are 5 courses and 10 characters. The course range from regular green country club or Hawaiian resort or Las Vegas desert or tropical islands and more. And one course available from the start along with 2 characters, kind of a bum that which is kind of a bummer that's all you'll have available from the get-go, but Mario Golf did that too, and then you have Mario unlocked. The 2 starting characters, Maria and Taku, they're easy to get used to if you're a beginner, but they are very weak for beginners. Me, I do play as Maria at times, but I may enjoy playing as Susan the best. When you unlock her, you can master the game. I know I had those complaints with Hot Shots Golf, but you have a great time with it. Just be warned, the first game is not aged all well, and the problems the game has, it shows pretty much for the most part. I also should mention that you need 3 empty memory card slots to save the game, which is kind of a little overkill there with the memory card. But before we even give this game a rating here, let's go to our TTBurger pros and cons charts to tell you what the goods and bads are. The TTBurger pros are you have a good variety of modes to choose from, including the unlockable 5 tournament golf mode. A good variety of characters and courses to pick from. The game is easy to pick up and play, and easy to get used to. The controls are simple, taking no time to get used to them. Great music and sound effects throughout the game, great graphics for the most part, leveling up system comes in handy if you want to get better. The training and lessons mode are very helpful to the newcomers, lots of content such as golfers, courses, and 5-turn modes, and the weather effects like the rain and wind and cloud are here. For the TTBurger cons though, not a lot of content is available from the start, only 2 golfers and 1 course available at the beginning. You have to turn the music on if you don't have a save file and stuff, and if you don't have a save file, you have to turn the music on when you start the game if you can let you save the file. 3 slots are required to save your progress. Golfers have no dialogue or personality to them whatsoever. The controls, while simple to pick up and play, are also on the stiff side. There was a delay when using the shot meter and pressing the X button. The character models, while they animate decently, they do not look so good with those big heads and creepy looking faces that look like dolls in a haunted house, with fitting on those small bodies. That's all I gotta say about Hot Shots Golf 2. What's the rating I give it? Well, I still recommend Hot Shots Golf if you want to see how the series began. I gave it an 8 out of 10. It's the best score to give it, and it's definitely recommendable if you want golfing on the PlayStation for sure. But we're not done yet though. We still got part 2 coming up. Part 2 of 8, where we're gonna look at Hot Shots Golf 2, which is the sequel that has guest characters in it like Gex, Sweet Tooth, and Daniel Fortescue. All memorable characters and memorable games, and they're in this game here. How does this game fare? We got a sequel here. Sequels mainly improve, but does it improve? You have to find out next part. So all I gotta say is it's Tony, peacing out, have everything. See you on my review of Hot Shots Golf 2, or also known as Everybody's Golf 2, or Minna no Golf 2. So all I gotta say is it's Tony, peacing out, and have a great day. Take care, everybody. Never gonna give up till I'm a big deal. Never gonna give up till I can heal others who are giving up in the real world. I don't wanna feel hate inside.